Hi all, this is Logapriya, Assistant Professor, Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science from Ramco Institute of Technology. Now we are going to discuss a topic in human resource management. Let's see an intro. The topics we are going to cover is intro about human resource management, importance of human resource management, objectives, policies, and what is the role of HR manager. Let's see one by one. So let's have a broad definition about human resource management. So the first thing is, what is human resource management? Which is a strategic approach to efficient management of a people in an organization which help the business and gain competitive advantage. Which is designed to maximize the employees' performance in service of employers' strategic objectives. Okay. So the first thing is importance of human resources. Is the first topic we are going to see. So the first thing is importance of human resource management. Why people are in organizations great competitive asset is the first question we want to ask while studying about the importance of human resource management. Human resource management, which is a critical function with any organization playing a pivotal role in various aspects that contributes to the overall success and sustainability of a business. Let's see a look of human resource importance. So the first process we want to do is talent acquisition and recruitment. HR is responsible for attracting and recruiting the best talent to meet the organization needs and then want to train and develop. HR ensures that the employee have necessary skills and knowledge to perform their roles efficiently. If so, this includes organizing training programs, workshops, and continuous professional development to keep the workforce up to date within the trends. And then employee retention. Retaining skilled employees is crucial for maintaining continuity and reducing the costs associated with this high turnover. In the sense, HR develops strategies to enhance job satisfaction, engagement, loyalty, and includes career development opportunity, recognizing the program's competitive compensation packages. And then we are going to manage the performance, in which HR oversees the performance management system, which helps in setting clear expectation and providing a regular feedback and conducting the evaluation, which ensures the employees who are aligned with the organization goals and performing their best. And after checking the performance, compensation and benefit are the next step. In compensation and benefits, HR designs and manages the compensation structures, including salary, bonuses, health benefit, retirement plan, some others. And then compliance and legal issues, which ensures the organization complies with the labor laws, regulation, including equal employment opportunities, workplace satisfactory, safety, and other legal requirements. Then, after completing the legal issues, employee relation. HR acts as a mediator between the manager and employees, management and employees also, addressing grievances, conflicts, and other workplace issues because effective relationship helps in maintaining positive work environment and enhancing employee morale. And then after the employee relations, we want to develop the organization. So HR plays a key vital role in shaping the organization culture and driving change management initiatives. In this, developing strategies to improve organizational effectiveness and employee engagement and overall productivity. After that, we want to see the health and safety. HR also responsible for ensuring the safe and health work environment. The last thing is say strategic planning, diversity and inclusion. In strategic planning, we want to set a long-term goals. By setting up the long-term goals, the process by aligning human resources strategies with an organization. In diversity and inclusion, HR promotes diversity and inclusion within a workplace, ensuring all employees feel valued and respected. So these are listed as only true renewable source of competitive advantage, drive productivity and innovation, shapes organizational culture. So I have listed in the brief form. So before that, the next thing is objectives of HRM and human resource policies, rules of a HR manager. Let's see one by one. We have an example like Google in Google's people first bet. In this, the situation is Google treats hiring and employee well-being as a core business strategy. We want to mention that it is a core business strategy, not as an admin task. From a data-driven hiring to on-site, that means which includes self-learning, career growth support. As a result, consistently ranks among the world's most attractive employers with high retention of top engineering talent and sustained innovation output. This is the only reason behind the Google employation. The takeaway from this example is investing in human resources and investment in organization future performance. That's it. That's what I want to tell you. So the next thing is objectives of a human resource management. In this objectives of a human resource management, which mainly exists to serve four groups of goals at the same time. Let's see a look over it. The first one is organizational objectives. What is organizational objectives? Which helps a company to achieve its goal and at the right with the right people, right roles, at the right cost. This is beyond the organizational objectives. And next one is functional objectives. As the name itself, it is based on the functional. To keep HR own system by hiring, pay, appraisal, evaluation, pensions pay, health and safety. These are comes under the functional objectives, effect and fit for the organizational size. The next thing is societal objectives. In the societal objectives, which mainly meets upon legal, ethical, and social responsibilities to the community and workforce at the large. And then personal objective. In this personal objectives, promote employees' personal and professional growth as well as being. Let's see by one the steps. Training and development. Provide a continuous learning, mentoring, and skill development. For employee satisfaction, they meet employees' economic, psychological, and social need also. Encourage work-life balance, health, wellness, and flexible work policies. Ensuring clear communication of HR policies and organizational change. Then reward employee performance through recognition, initiatives, and appreciation. These all comes under the personal objectives. So for a common objective of a human resource management which includes the human capital, which means assisting the organization in acquiring the right number and type of employees to meet its strategic and operational goals. And then developing and organizing the climate. Climate in this is creating a peaceful environment for the employees to encourage and to develop and to utilize their skills for the future potential, ensuring efficient use of workforce abilities. And then employee-employers relationship is very important thing among it. And safety. Creating and maintaining a safe and healthy workplace is also important. And training and motivation. Providing the organization with well-trained and motivated employees. Enhancing employee satisfaction and opportunities for self-actualization. Quality of work life, which is based on developing and maintaining the high quality work life for employees. And the last but not least, communication. Effective communication beyond IAR policies to all the employees is more than anything else. So let's have a real-time example over it. Tata Steel is one of the best example for maintaining all of these objectives, which is a topmost company, but balancing all four objectives in an efficient way. First thing is organization. In this organizational objective, structured manpower planning keeps steel plants staffed to meet production targets in any affordable rate. And then functional objectives, standardized requirement and appraisal system run efficiently across multiple plant locations, not the mentioned thing is not in a single location, across all the multiple plant locations. And then third one is societal objective. long running community programs like health, education, entertainment also around planned township like Jamshedpur is a very, very important thing. And come to a personal in-house institutions. Tata Steel Technical Institute is a example for that, which builds employee skills and career path after the graduation, after years of experience. Also, it is building and every employee individually to to ensure their skill according to their new updations. And the next topic is human resource policies. Human resource policies is mainly written to keep the people decision fair, consistent, and predictable. So, which is a formal guideline and procedure that help an organization to manage employees consistently and fairly in compliance with the legal requirements. These policies also assist in preventing inconsistencies, that means unfair treatment against the law in any of the company human resource operations handling. The official strategies and procedures in the companies which are adapting in organizing and directing its employees in general, the process of ensuring the people management strategies of the firm which is consistent with business requirements in managing the people. So the first step is recruitment and selection policies. The purpose behind is attract and hire qualified employees, right? How vacancies are sourced, screened, and filled fairly. You want to answer the question, advertise vacancies internally and externally, and define the application procedures and record documents. So, based on the specification, that means qualification and eligibilities, interview process is handle over. The standardized interview methods and evaluation is done. At last, initiate fair and non-discriminatory hiring is done. This is the first step, that is requirement and selection. The second step is onboarding and orientation policies, which is not mentioned in the slide. I would explain, help new employees adapt to the organization because no one is born intelligent. Introduce company culture, policies, and rules to provide initial job related training also. And we want to provide a mentorship. That means assign mentors or buddies for guidance, complete the requirement employment forms also. And then training and development, which all comes under the community of the company. Enhance complete knowledge and employee skills by identifying their skill gap, design a training program, and allocate some training budgets and resources for the training program, assess training efficiently. So after the training, we want to check out the performance of the people. Improve employee performance to conduct evaluation regularly so that we can establish the performance and objectives of in any of the projects and provide continuous feedbacks because feedback support employees with performance issues also. And compensation and benefits. Compensation and benefits. The purpose of compensation and benefit policies provide fair rewards and benefits like salary structure, defining a pay scale and increment. For incentives and bonus, reward good this based on the good performance. Benefit package, offer insurance, pension, leave and other benefits. Compliance, ensure legal compliance and compensation. And leave policies in the sense, manage employee leave entitlement. Likewise, many types of leaves are there. First one is vacation leave, annual leave policies and approval process. Sick leave, procedural for illness and relative leaves. Parental leave for maternity, parenting, and adoption leave. So CCL is based on compensative leave. If you are working on the day which is not considered as a working day, which is given as a compensative leave. And then workplace health and safety. Workplace safety and standard employee well-being. The purpose behind is ensuring the safe and health workplace. To prevent accidents and maintain safety, we want to follow the safety procedures in our company and handling emergencies efficiently in emergency situation. Promote employee health and wellness. We want to conduct health programs in our companies also. Follow occupational health and safety laws, which comes under the compilation. Employee conduct and discipline policy, which is not mentioned in any of the rules and policies, but we have to mention. Maintain work the workplace discipline and ethics. The first thing is dress code and conduct, and then disciplinary action. If anyone has handled policies, why anyone has violated the policy, we want to take a disciplinary actions. Resolve employee complaints fairly, which comes under the grievance procedures. And then diversity and inclusion policy. Promote equality and inclusion. Thus, we want to prevent the discrimination among the people and encourage the workplace diversity, like conducting programs, events, enjoyments, so that we can feel all are in company. Employee relation policy. Build positive employee-employer relationship to encourage efficient communication and to resolve some disputes like conflicts. Improve employee morale and engagement. Privacy and confidentiality. Privacy and confidence policy. The purpose behind is protect employee and company information. That is, some of them may be sensitive and safeguard personal information. Maintain confidentiality among the data. Restrict unauthorized access to the information. So the last thing is remote work policy. Define remote work guidelines also. So the eligibility is identifying the employee's eligibility for remote work, set expectation for availability, maintain collaborations with remote employees. So let's see a perfect example. Netflix, which is freedom and responsibility leave policy. Netflix is following a freedom and responsibility in leave policy. The policy is instead of fixing a leave day count, Netflix HR policies ask employees to take them. They need trusting managers and staff to balance their responsibility with freedom. Why it matters in the sense, a clearly written HR policy, even an unconventional one, set expectation upfront so leave decisions do not need case by case negotiation or feel unfair across the team. The takeaway from this example is good policies aren't about rigid rules. They are about clear, consistent principle. Everyone can rely on it from the day on itself. And then last but not least is the role of human resource manager. What is the role of human resource managers? The HR manager is a key maker of company who turns the policies and strategy into day-to-day practice, not within a single day. Okay, let's see the procedure, what he is following and what is the role, what is he practicing. First thing is manpower planning in recruitment and selection, training and development, performance management, compensation and relation, compliance and welfare. These are the major things he is performing. Starting from his manpower planning is strategic HR planning workforce. Align HR strategies with organizational goals. That is workforce planning and forecasting. Develop HR strategies and initiations. Then practice with the industry trends and business objectives. In recruitment and selection, attract and hire qualified employees. That means he want to prepare job description and specification, recruit, screen and interview candidates, ensure equal employee opportunity compliance. Building a motivated and committed workforce. That is, conduct employee engagement and recognition programs, carry out employee satisfaction surveys, develop a retention strategies to reduce the employee turnover. Then training and development. So improve employee skills and career growth comes under training and development. For building capability through onboarding and ongoing learning, identifying training needs, organize learning and development, support career development and for continuous learning is also a role of human resource manager. Then performance management. In this, result matters, not our goals or not our practices. So at last, result only matters. Monitor and improve employee performance initially to set up a goals and appraise the result, guiding for their future improvement. Develop performance appraisal system, provide feedback and coaching, implement performance improvement plans when they are really need. Compensation and benefit administration, offer competitive pay and benefits. That means manage salary structures and compensatory policies. Administrator employee benefits, which includes insurance, retirement, health policies, and what. Conduct salary benchmarking and market surveys. And then Maintaining a healthy workplace relationship. That means enforce HR policies and workplace ethics to resolve disputes and employee grievances and address employee concerns and complaints then and there. Legalized complaints is also a major part of a role. I mean, HR manager. Ensure compliance with the labor laws and regulation. Update HR policies based on the legal chance. Conduct compliance audit. Handle legal issues such as discrimination and harassment cases. And managing the data, which is also a most important role of a HR. And last but not least, I have not mentioned in this slide, organization development and change management. Support organizational growth and change whenever it is needed. Manage organizational change initiatives. Promote and positive organizational culture. Improve organizational effectiveness and employee productivity. The real-time example is Japo's. In this HR hiring for culture, that is fit first is the first strategy among this. Japo's in this HR lead cultural fit. The action is the HR runs a separate interview purely to check cultural fit. That means candidates can be rejected here even if hiring managers allowed their skills also. So the role in action is this shows HR acting beyond the admin work and shaping the recruitment selection criteria, protecting company culture, and influence who ultimately get here. The takeaway from this is HR manager is a strategic gatekeeper of a culture, not just a paperwork processor. So these are the key takeaways from this unit. First thing we shown as importance. That is, people are the one source that appreciates and real source of a competitive advantage. The next one is objectives. HRM must balance organizational, functional, societal, and personal goals together for a successful environment. Policies, clear written HR policies, turn good intention into fair, consistent, and decision. At last, the role of a HR manager is an strategic role which plan, hire, train, appraise, and protect the culture daily. Thank you all.